Hello everyone. After doing these readings and watching the videos, it is so clear, especially from Still I Rise and Make It Better, that these issues with non-dominant sexual identities, as well as the multiple traditions with religion, it is so important that we make sure our students feel safe and comfortable on campus. With the statistics of LGBTQIA students are 4 times as likely to commit suicide, 190% more likely to engage in drug abuse, and that 20 to 40% of our homeless youth identify as LGBTQIA, is such a strong and powerful message saying that they do not feel safe or welcomed or comfortable. Um, with the CNN clip that we had to watch, I think that does a great job of showcasing all of the gray areas with these viewpoints. It's not just left wing and right wing feel this way or that way. There are conservatives speaking out for gay marriage. There are some liberals who don't think that that's what marriage is supposed to be. And I think that the video just did a really good job summing up the issues that are going on and all the different perspectives. I think as far as our campus goes, I think we need to do a very good job of keeping religion and sexuality separate. Separation of church and state I am all for. And I think we need to make sure that apart from having an LGBTQIA center, or apart from showing support for multiple religions, we can do little things. Starting with religion, I like how our readings talked about working religion into your curriculum, regardless of what you teach. Even if you teach math, one of the harder ones to incorporate things, have your algebra problems be the height of this mountain in China versus the width of their national park. You know, things like that. Minor little details make a big difference in the subconscious appreciation, awareness of culture. Just displaying religious holidays for all religions. So putting out things for Kwanzaa, and Hanukkah and Christmas. I don't think it's that we need to not put up anything to make everyone welcome. I know a lot of, even in my undergrad school, it was like, no Christmas trees, no this, no that. I mean, why not celebrate all religions instead of celebrating none of them? So I think that would be cool if we could really incorporate the symbols and colors and celebrations of everyone, and that way no one feels like they're being ignored or discriminated against. You can always invite more guest speakers from various religions, from various sexual identities, and just really get the campus engaged and involved for those events. I think most importantly, in order for these groups to feel celebrated on campus, we need to be the pioneers of dialogue, as the book sort of called it. And I think that having these dialogues is truly, truly, truly the vessel to get everything going with this, as far as acceptance and feeling comfortable for these groups, and for the other people that don't identify for these groups, getting them to feel comfortable with these different groups that maybe they weren't brought up with or made as aware of as they should be. And so I just think if we can get these dialogues going in first-year seminars, I'm sure they touch on them. I'm not totally informed on what that curriculum is, but we just need to be the role models as staff and faculty on campus to show that we are aware, we are informed, we are open to celebrating, we are open to appreciating other cultures, and we can do that in so many different ways, by hanging things up on our doors when it is, a certain country's national holiday, and just all of these little efforts are going to be really important, I think. Just in general, it's so sad to read some of the little narratives in our book, with the Muslim culture, for example, that, they're automatically deemed any Arab student you see on campus as a terrorist, or if they're a female Muslim student, that they must be a suppressed woman in their culture, and just going into all of these awful stereotypes that you still hear are going around today. Just really fires me up to be conscious of that and to be aware of counteracting any of that we see. I also think the portion on atheism made an interesting point. I think that group does receive a lot of hate as well, and I think we need to do a little bit more about promoting acceptance of people who do choose to be atheists, because that is just as much of a choice that we need to accept and be comfortable with as anything else. And I think that a lot of people who are religious tend to strike out against that group, and I just like that they pointed that out, because I think it sort of gets left behind and sort of falls into the cracks a little bit. Other than that, I think this chapter did a good job of just realizing that so many of these groups are misrepresented or delegitimized as religious groups or as traditions or as identities, and I think that It was an awesome read, so look forward to hear from you guys.